Fuck you, Sam Altman. I was kind of trying to say that like the big Bill Hells, fuck you, Baltimore, but it didn't work too well. This is not going to be a well-researched video because I don't want to do any research for it. I just want to rant a bit. I hate AI so much, and I'm not talking about the 2001 sci-fi thriller movie. I've never seen it. I'm talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about Grok. And most importantly for this video, I'm talking about Micron. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be well researched or really researched at all, so I'm not going to go into the environmental impacts of AI. I'm not going to deep dive into intricacies of NVIDIA investing in AI startups that buy NVIDIA chips, because to me, that sounds like you're giving money to a company just for them to give it right back. But again, I don't know anything about that. What I do know is that there are 3 ways that AI has directly, negatively impacted me. One of them's partially my own fault, but we'll get to that. Those 3 being the prevalence of AI-generated images, YouTube putting AI all over the Creator Studio, and saving the best for last, the reason I brought up Micron earlier, the spiking prices of computer parts. So first, AI images. I, personally, enjoy experiencing art, and the prevalence of AI is making it more difficult to do so. I'm going to be putting aside the fact that for the most part they just look bad, because eventually that might not be the case, and my other points still stand. First being, art has meaning. An artist chooses to start a piece for a reason, and they choose to be done with that piece for a reason. AI does not do that. There is no intent in an image generated by ChatGPT, or worse, Grok, but that might not matter to you. If you just mindlessly look at images because they're pretty, an artist's intent wouldn't really be of any concern to you. And if that's the case, may I suggest going outside? That looks pretty. The other, more important thing about AI images is the theft. While a human's art may take inspiration from others, and most likely does, it often iterates upon it, while including aspects of the artist's personal life and experiences. An AI image is not taking inspiration from anything. It is copying, often, if not always, without permission. In order to take inspiration, you must be capable of being inspired. And until AI has achieved true sentience, it cannot create art, it can only create images. But this video isn't just about AI images, it's also about YouTube, and 3 of their AI systems, let's call them, for creators. First 2 I'm just going to touch on quickly because they're extremely optional. They are the suggested comment replies in the inspiration tab. Comment replies are just a bit annoying. I mean, one of them wanted me to use the word decouple, and no one was talking about trains. And the inspiration tab is the one that I mentioned earlier, is my fault. It still affected me negatively, but you have to specifically navigate to the tab, unlike the comments, which show up when you try to reply like a normal person would. Also, the inspiration tab just disappeared one day. Like, it might still be there for you, might still be there for other people. It is not there for me anymore. I cannot find it anymore. So I'll take the free win. The real problem for me with YouTube's AI is their auto-dubbing, which, for some reason, is enabled by default, and adds perhaps the worst dub to other languages that I have ever heard. I can't say anything for the translation, I only speak English, but the voice is so off-putting that it would not be convincing anyone to return to any of my or anyone else's videos in the future. In fact, it would probably be doing the opposite. But at least it's possible to turn off, which I did. And I'm going to be honest, I only added this YouTube AI segment to this video so that it would have 3 parts instead of 2. Speaking of 3 parts, the third and final one. Actually, real quick for the last part, I have a bit that I want to do at the end of this video, but it doesn't leave space for an outro. The outro is going right here. But there is more video after this, so stick around for that. Anyway, outro. Thanks for watching to this point, and hopefully to the end. If you enjoyed the video so far, give it a like. If you want to see more from me in the future, consider subscribing, all that YouTube stuff. Usually upload videos about the games that I happen to be playing at the time. So, feel free to check out some more of those and see if any of them interest you. As for this video, let me know what you think about AI in the comments. But just know that if you comment in favor of AI image generation specifically, I will have a hard time believing that you are acting in good faith. All right? Okay, enjoy this last segment. my computer works fine for the most part. I can't play every game that I want to play, but, programs that I need to run, I can run. The games that I do want to play, I can. I can't run them at max settings, but I don't really want to. That being said, it was never top of the line, even when I first built it. And, 5 years later, it hasn't magically improved in performance. I have replaced some of the parts, but that's not magic. What does this have to do with AI, you might ask, especially if you don't know what Micron is as a company? Well, the two parts of my computer that are by far the oldest and were the most likely to have been replaced in the near future are my graphics card and my RAM. And those two parts are massively spiking in price because of companies investing heavily in AI. Most notable at the time of recording being Micron, which is why I keep bringing them up. Originally, this was going to be a much longer segment, but I'm going to keep it short because as I kept trying to make it longer, it always just ended up devolving into a list of CEOs' names and their home addresses. And I'm not going to do that because it's against YouTube TOS, I think. Or at least I'm not willing to find out. But I'll leave you with this. I wanted to buy more RAM. And a few months ago, this was going to cost me $55. It is now $190. I wanted to buy a new GPU. It was going to cost me around $300. The cheapest I can find the same card now is $780. The CEO of OpenAI is named Samuel Harris Altman, and his home address